Marilyn Monroe was born in Los Angeles in 1926. Her real name was Norma Jean Mortensen. From the first day of her life, she never had a real home. Her mother, Gladys, worked in a film studio but suffered from serious mental illness. Her father had left before she was born, and Norma Jean never met him. She grew up with strangers, in foster homes and orphanages, she always dreaming that one day her mother would come and take her home. Sometimes she lived with kind people, but sometimes with cruel ones. At night, she often cried silently, hugging her pillow, whispering, "Maybe one day someone will love me." She was shy, innocent, and full of imagination. Before she was 16, Marilyn lived in 12 different families. When she was 16, her foster family wanted to send her away again. To avoid going back to the orphanage, she married her neighbor, James Daugherty. He was 21. He was kind, but she was too young to understand love. When he went to war, she worked in a factory, painting airplanes for the army. One day, a photographer visited the factory. He saw her face, her shy smile, and took a picture. That picture changed everything. Soon, Norma Jean became a model, and then Hollywood called. They gave her a new name, Marilyn Monroe. Her hair turned blonde, her lips red, and her smile unforgettable. She was reborn, but not as herself. She became a dream for the world, while the real girl inside slowly disappeared. In the 1950s, Marilyn became the most famous woman in America. She was on every magazine cover, in every movie theater. But when the lights went off and the cameras stopped, she was still that lonely little girl who missed her mother. She wanted love more than fame. In 1954, Marilyn married again, this time to Joe DiMaggio, a baseball legend. He was strong, silent, and deeply in love with her. But their marriage had many problems. He didn't like her short dresses. He didn't like cameras and crowds. Joe didn't like how men looked at Marilyn. One day, she was filming The 7-Year Itch. Her white dress went up in the air. Thousands of men watched and cheered. Joe became very angry. That night, he hit her. Marilyn cried. Later, he said sorry, but she was hurt inside. Joe loved her, but he couldn't accept the real her. 9 months after their marriage, she asked for a divorce. Marilyn was tired of people calling her a dumb blonde. People liked her face, her body, her smile, her voice, but they didn't see her heart, her mind, or her dreams. She started reading many serious books about psychology, poetry, and philosophy. She didn't just want love, she wanted respect. In 1956, Marilyn got married again. This time, her husband was Arthur Miller, a very smart writer. Marilyn hoped this marriage would be different. Arthur was intelligent, gentle, and calm. He saw her as more than just a beautiful woman. They moved to New York together. Marilyn wanted to be a serious actress. She acted in a movie called Bus Stop in 1956. She also started her own company, Marilyn Monroe Productions. It was a brave thing to do in a world run by men.
But after some time, her marriage with Arthur Miller also began to break. One day, Marilyn read Arthur's diary. He had written, "I married her, but I am disappointed." Those words broke her heart. She never forgot them. As time passed, Marilyn became weaker and sadder. She couldn't sleep without pills. She often had panic attacks before filming. She was tired, afraid, and late to work many times. She lost several babies during pregnancy. She wanted a baby very much, but her body couldn't keep one. She came late to movie sets. She forgot her lines. During this time, people said Marilyn had relationships with powerful men. In 1962, she sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" on stage. The world was shocked. Rumors began everywhere. Was she her lover? No one really knew. Later, people said Marilyn also had a secret relationship with Robert Kennedy, the brother of President Kennedy. Some people believed she knew too many secrets. Some even said she was silenced. No one really knows the truth, but we do know this: behind all the fame, Marilyn was very lonely. In her last interviews, she said things like, "Fame doesn't make you happy. It warms you for a short time, but then it's gone." In 1962, Marilyn Monroe was still a huge star. She was rich, she was famous, but inside she was broken and tired. That Saturday, she seemed quiet. At night, Marilyn went to her bedroom at around 8 p.m. and closed the door. She never came out again. The doctor broke the window and entered the room. Empty pill bottles were next to her bed. The world's most famous woman had died alone.
The world was in shock. Her death was unbelievable.
The official report said probable suicide by overdose, but many believe the truth was darker than that. Joe DiMaggio arranged her funeral. He took care of everything. He didn't allow any Hollywood people to attend. Only family and close friends were there. He never married again. He never forgot her. And for 20 years, he sent fresh roses on her grave 3 times a week. The world cried for her. In Paris, people lit candles for her. In Japan, fans gathered to watch her films. In New York and Los Angeles, crowds stood outside her home and cried. Years later, people found out the FBI had a secret file on her. They watched who she called and met. In the Cold War, they thought she was dangerous. Some people believe the truth about her death is still hidden in those files. Marilyn Monroe died at the age of 36, but her story is still alive. She said, "Keep smiling because life is a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about." So we smile, we cry, and we remember her. Marilyn Monroe was not just a symbol of beauty. She was a symbol of the silent suffering of women. She taught us that fame and money do not bring happiness. People remember her, not just as a blonde beauty, but as a girl who tried, who fell, who rose, and who still lives in every gentle heart in this hard world.
Dear friends, by watching our 10-minute videos, you can improve your English listening and learn about the lives of famous people. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss our next videos. See you in the next episodes.